If you haven't heard, Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Growedup, the show where I talk to you, my friend, about all things related to adulthood. We compare what childhood or what we thought adulthood would be like when we were children versus what it really is like now that we're grown people. If you don't know me and this is your first time bumping into me, my name is Fernannd'O and I am your friend host. And you are now a part of the friendship. And if you are a returning listener, welcome back, my friend. I'm so happy to be back and I'm so happy to have you back with me for another epic episode. But before we get into this, I would like you to please, wherever you're listening to this podcast, whether you are on Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever it is, just follow the podcast, subscribe, share so that whoever you would find this show interesting will benefit as well. Don't be stingy, guys. Like, this is friendship, okay? So please go ahead and follow us so that you don't miss any new uploads. I sound nervous because I've been gone for so long. I've been having such drama in my mind, like, oh my God, I've been gone for so long. What am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And the things that I want to talk about, I feel like I'm not worthy to speak of anymore. And then I just, but I'm here. And I thought, you know what? I reminded myself of the first time I started my podcast. You know what I did? I just did it. I didn't care how perfect it would be. I didn't care how right or wrong, whatever. I just said, you know what, let me just do it. Because if I wait for it to be perfect, if I wait for it to be right, I will just never do it. So I had to tap back into that mindset a little bit. So yeah, here I am. I'm back. Fernanndo is back. Guys, I have so much on my mind. I don't even know how to compartmentalize what my brain is trying to adjust to. I don't know. I don't. But I can say this. It's cold. I'm getting so cold today. In fact, you guys can't see properly, but what I did, you see, I have my gown here. I've got my blankie here. I got my cup of tea over here, because I'm so cold. And I thought, what am I going to do with myself? And I was like, record. So here I am. I'm recording. So what's on my mind? I'm thinking a lot. I am thinking a lot about society, people's mindsets. I'm thinking a lot about, let me sip my tea. And just how I think people value luxury way too much. It's kind of become so crazy to me, where people who I wouldn't consider even understand how to best maximize these luxuries they so crave. They crave them so much. Everybody wants the latest iPhone, but you're not even going to use it to its full potential. You just want it because everybody has it, or because it's the in thing, or because it's the thing to have. I don't fucking know. Or you want whatever car you want to drive, and it's not even because you like that specific car. It's just because by societal standards, that is the car that tells people who you are, where you are at, and you sacrifice so much human interaction. You sacrifice so much beautiful friendships, I think, and potentially very amazing relationships, romantic relationships, but for the sake of luxury. And this Dubai thing has resurfaced where girls are going to Dubai and getting defecated on. I don't even. But it's just that. It's like you go and you do that, and then you don't want to be judged. But like we're judging though. Like you got pooped on for money, and it's like hell, man. Like I don't know, and I don't know how you can change your how people perceive you after something like that. I mean, having your face circulating the internet, it's there forever. And people will remember you as the girl that was shat on for the sake of money. I don't know. I've just been kind of trying to dissect what exactly is happening. Why are we like this? Especially with us black people. What is happening? What is happening? I don't understand what's happening. There was a time where I thought I understood. Well, it's very arrogant to think such that I understood the world and understood how people thought. But I kind of had an idea. I felt like I could trace the source of people's actions. But nah, Shem, she can't. I can't do it anymore. But either way, I want to talk to you guys about something that I feel I'm talking to the ladies today. And when I speak to the women, I always say this: I'm not a man, so I cannot speak to men because I do not relate to how men think and how they operate and what their vision is or whatever it is. I can't relate. So I avoid addressing men with caution. This is what you should do. I mainly speak to women, but not because I'm anti men. I'm very much pro men. I'm a boy's mama, and that's why I'm talking to the ladies because I'm trying to shape y'all to be mindful about or us, like that we need to be mindful about who we are, why we are the way we are, and why the things that we want sometimes are just ridiculous. And I believe that it's because women don't hold each other accountable. We expect men to do it, like, man, you should hold your parents accountable because of this and that, but we don't do that to each other. We lie to one another. We're just so vicious, man. So the topic for today is why women need to change. You must change. And let me explain to you why I titled it this way. My brother and I were living together for a good year or two. And he had this gimmick. Like every time, I would do something wrong or I would make a mistake out of it. Go, Miva, you must change. You must change. You can't do that. You gotta change. And every time I see someone slip up or do something, my brother's voice just reverberates in my head, and I just say, "You must change." So I thought, women, because at first my title was "What is wrong with like what I hate about the female mindset," but I was like, that's a little bit too hostile. I'm not trying to fight nobody, but women need to change. We must change. And here are a few points that I'm going to touch on. Women need to be more realistic about the world, right? Point number 2, we need to understand where we hold the cards, all right? Number 3, we need to stop being complacent. Number 4, we are not the same as men, all right? We are not the same. Number 5, I'm scrolling. Stop fighting other women. We need to uphold one another, right? Number 6, don't pass your traumas on to young girls. Number 7, you're not entitled to everything. You gotta earn something, girl. You're gonna earn. You gotta earn some. So these are the 7 things that I'm going to touch on. I'm not 100% prepared. It's more just thoughts that I put down. It's not something that I like dove into and tried to like be more accurate about. But these are just my thoughts. And when I say I'm not prepared, it's because that's me. I'm not prepared. So let's just go straight into it. Women need to change. Okay. So what are the things about women that need to change? Number one, like I said, women need to be more realistic about the world. Under this, I said, understand our inherent value and how it works. Women need to understand their inherent value and how that works. We need to understand what our inherent value value is. Inherent means it's yours by right. It's entitled to you. All right. You don't need to do much because it's yours. It's there. What is a female's inherent value? Oh, human female. All right. I'm not talking about no bitches. I'm not talking about no donkeys. Stellas. What are donkeys? Marys. Is that a horse? Cows. Heifer. And all that. Women need to understand their inherent value. What is a woman's inherent value? According to my opinion, this is not scientific. This is not based on any studies. This is just the type of observation I sit and do. The ability to reproduce with, or let me not even put it that way. We are able to produce life, right? So without a woman, men cannot reproduce. They can't reprocreate. Vice versa. But we have our womb. That's one. And then we have our features. But everything revolves around babies, right? Everything revolves around babies. So how attractive are you? That's inherent. Nobody said you need to earn your beauty. You're born beautiful, girl. So that's one thing. Not all of us are born beautiful. I'm a firm believer that inner beauty is a scam. We all care about outer beauty. Let's stop lying to one another, all right? We all care about outer beauty. We don't all possess that. Some of us do, some of us don't. And you need to know where you fall in that scale, all right? I know I'm not a pretty girl. I don't even lie to nobody about that. So, one, know what your inherent value is. Is it beauty, aside from obviously giving babies and having ovaries and a woman, all of that stuff, right? It's the ability to be nurturing. That's an inherent value. Why? Because when the man procreates or reproduces with the female, he needs to go out there to get the bread. And who's going to stay home and take care of the babies? Us. So we are valuable in that we can nurture and take care of our humans. And do you guys understand that women are most likely, not necessarily the sole reason, but a very important part of why the human race is alive right now? It's because we take care of them babies. If we don't take care of them babies, they're going to die. Human race going to die. Is that simple, right? So that's the inherent value of women. What is a man's inherent value? Understand the man's inherent value and how that works. I had a conversation with Kenny. I can't remember which of the episodes, but just go through all the episodes with Kenneth. And he said something that a man only has his name. And even that you have to earn. You have to be somebody who is respected for their name. Your name only stands the test of time based on what you have done, what you have achieved, right? A man's value is not inherent. Unlike women, right? Men are not born valuable. Men have to become valuable. And I understand this because I see this with my son and I see with my niece, for example, how I can even say my niece and nephew, because they're twins, same day, same mommy, same tummy, born to the same world, same parents, but their circumstances are different based on their gender, based on their sex, because the girl is we treat her with more fragility. We are more caring about how she's doing, about her well-being. With the boy, we expect him to man up and stand up and just don't be a baby. We always say this to boys: don't be a baby, get up and do your thing. Because if you as a man are not able to make your name, where a man's value is in his name, in that how will people speak of you when you die? How many people will know about you and your achievements upon your passing? And if a man cannot do that for his community, for his family, then he's nothing. Think of all the men in your life There is a handful of men where you think of fondly, whether it's your grandfather, your father, your father-in-law, or whoever. And there's that other handful of men where you're like, this guy is just going to die because he's not getting his shit together. And you don't have respect for that man, but you have respect for the men that you deem to have achieved something. So men don't have inherent values, but women do. We don't need to earn a lot in this world. We need to acknowledge that right off the bat. We don't need to earn a lot. We can just be and we get a lot. I'm not trying to discard or to disregard how inequality plays a role for females. You know that we are not in a man's world. We are, I guess, not equal to men in that we're not regarded as equal beings. I don't know. I don't even know how to word it. I don't know why I'm trying to speak so fancy, but you know what I mean. Like in women oppressed. Stay home with the babies and cook me dinner and abuse and all of that. I'm not trying to disregard that. I'm just speaking from a base point. All right. Even if you go back to our hunter-gatherer time, the roles were this, right? The female with the biggest boobies and the biggest booty is the most deemed to be fertile, right? The more attractive woman in that tribe or whatever time it was. And the man that's bigger and stronger is the leader. He's the more attractive one. And he's the one that is most desired. But being bigger and stronger, you only grow muscles by running and hunting and lifting and picking up and all of that. So all those things that men had to do determined what their physique would be. And that physique was telling of what they were worth, right? Weak, frail men were not desirable, because how are you going to protect my baby? How are you going to go there and get me some bread? You can't do that. You're weak and frail. Men depended on the strong men as well to survive. So do women, right? So I'm trying to take this to its most basic form. I'm not trying to negate the facts of the past, all right? But I don't want to dwell on those because it is not my case in today's society. Note my case. We live in different countries. We live with different governments, different religions, and all of that. So circumstances are different. My case is that of a privileged woman right now. All right. So we need to be more realistic about how the world works. So when I said inner beauty is a myth, you being sexy, beautiful, right, by birth, not plastic surgery. Even that, I guess, gets you men. But like you being an attractive woman, born so, are automatically more desirable to men than women who are not as attractive as you are. A 10 is way more desirable than a 7. 10, 7, right? So we cannot tell ourselves, each other, oh, what matters on the inside? Nobody cares what's on the inside. It's hearts and organs and kidneys. That's what it is. Your personality doesn't matter. People judge a book by its cover. That's what people do. We would like for it to not be so, but reality is people judge the book by its cover. Right? So, number 2, you need to understand where we hold the cards in this. All right. In society, my ladies, women hold the cards in that we decide collectively what is attractive and what isn't. You didn't know? I shall elaborate. Some time ago, in the past, in the time of our mothers, in the 50s, per se. No, that's the time of our grandmothers. Our mothers were born in the... Ours, mine. Like, no, even my mothers were like in the 60s. But let's say from the 70s or so. Now, before emancipation of the female. Okay, let me not overthink this, right? But what I mean is, what was a desirable man for our mothers at the time? It was a man that had a stable job. It was a man that had a 9 to 5, and he knew how to dress neat, right? And he knew how to take care of his family and provide for his family, working for someone else. Rich men have always been desirable, and they will always be like exorbitant, those men that are exorbitantly rich. Oh, girl, English. It's not my language. My parents were here, so I lost a little bit of the vocab. But English. Oh, no. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Um. Oh my gosh, I lost my trail of. Oh, rich men have always been desirable, right? So if you that, yeah. But at the time, attractive, desirable was for the basic person. Somebody, I want a guy with a job and all of that. Today, women are saying a guy that has a 9 to 5 is boring. I need a guy that has side hustles. I need a guy that makes 6 figures. I need a guy that drives this, and I need a guy that lives here. We are extremely vocal, very vocal about what we deem to be attractive. And if you see what's happening, there is a shift in society. Men are pretending to be richer than what they are. Men are going broke literally to appear in the way that is desirable to you, because you have said, and I say you because I am now married and I do not subscribe to your mindset. So, yes, I am excluding myself from this one. All right. So, if you tell a man that what's attractive to you is that he needs to be an owner of a business that is making millions a year, and that he needs to live in a mansion, and that he needs to give your girlfriend allowance, and that he needs to pay for your vacation with your friends, and on top of your a girlfriend allowance, he needs to buy you hair, nails, and all that bullshit. That is what men find to be the way to your pussy. So, if you think that men today are shallow, you need to understand why men today are shallow, because we have told them that this is what we want from men. We're not saying that we want family men. We are not. We are literally at a point where women are getting pregnant to keep a rich man. I don't care if he has a wife. I don't care if he has 20 other girlfriends. But if I have a baby by this man, at least I will benefit from his finances. That is a collective messaging that is out there in this world. And we cannot deny it. It is there. It's on social media. It is on, well, social media is all we have. So, where do we hold the cards, ladies? We hold the cards because we determine what we find attractive. Men need to know what we find attractive in order for us as a species to continue to procreate. So if women start suddenly, per se, for example, finding poor men attractive, you will see there'll be a shift in guys' mindsets. They'll start being more lazy. They'll not work as hard. They'll calm down. Side hustle culture is what it is because women have set that precedent. We need guys with money. We are looking at 20-year-old guys and we are telling them you need to have money the same way a 40-year-old man would have. That is unrealistic to me. And it's our fault. Yes, I am blaming it on women. I am. All right. So that is it for, you know what? I'm like, I can't see. I can't see. Okay, number 3. We need to stop being complacent, ladies. Women need to stop being complacent. I don't know what the Google definition for complacent is, but my understanding, Fernando's definition for complacent, and when I say Google, I mean the dictionary, like the real life, definition. My definition is you like to complain. What? You like to complain. And not change. Yeah, that's what a complacent person is somebody that complains and doesn't want to do anything about the situation, just like to sit and complain. All right, so you need to be responsible for your choices. Under being complacent, be responsible for your choices. What do I mean by this? Fernando, what do you mean? Oh my God, what do you mean? I always am responsible for my choices. I don't tell people what this and that and that. I know what I want. Well, girl, if you have put it out into, let's go back to the Dubai girls. Let me sip me some tea. going back to the Dubai girls, if you today decide I'm willing to do anything to just get a quick 100K, anything, I'll spend some time with a camel. I'll have some pooped on me. I don't want. That thing is so disgusting. But let's say you do that. The beauty of feminism is choice for me. And remember, I'm not a feminist. But you have decided that I am willing to go through all of that for a quick buck, right? Now, men are out there and they're like, oh, is that all I need to do? Okay, cool. I get to humiliate you and, reinforce or reinstate my power, right? And soothe my insecurity. I'm going to defecate on you. I don't need to marry you. I don't need to, nothing. I just need to give you the money and a second-hand fancy car and you're happy, right? Cool. Your choice, your life. Do you, boo? I love it for you. You don't get to complain 20 or 15 a week from now, an hour from now. You don't get to complain that men don't want to marry you. Because would you want to marry a guy who you know on the internet, his face is over there, being defecated on like that, and you want to make this guy your husband? Would you? Would you marry you? Because I'm sure you would marry him if he had the money. Would you marry you? If you were to marry you, would you? Are you the ideal person to say, oh, I'm going to give this man some babies? Nah, girl. So you don't get to stand here and say men are trash because this, because that. You are accepting less than for what you deem worthy, right? You're expecting certain things done to you or whatever. And hey, to each his own. Some of us like poop. Some of us like cheese and jam. Others of us like chili jam. Nobody's judging anybody. But you don't get to complain that you're having diarrhea when you had cheese and you know that you're lactose intolerant. So you don't get to complain that you're not marriage material when your face is all over internet with shit on your face. Just saying. Be responsible and accountable for your choices. You decided that you are willing to go through that. Now suffer the consequences. Don't come here and tell us, oh, men are trash, men are trash. Okay? What? Yeah. And then this one. I need a man that's going to give me girlfriend allowance. I need a man that is going to give me the house and the cars. But me, I'm not giving him wifey materials. Not until I have the ring on my finger. Girl, you want a man to be a traditional man, but you don't want to be a traditional woman. In the same phases of your relationship, are you not dating each other? So when you bring this to the table, should you not bring that to the table, or vice versa, or he, her? So what is this crap of today? I'm not going to, I'm a modern woman, but I want a traditional man. Come on. If you get a girlfriend allowance, number one, let me tell you, you are rental. Aight? And I shall explain why you are rental. You are rental because I am paying you your tuition, your fees that you demanded of me in order for me and you to have a relationship. Therefore, if I find somebody else who is saying, I also wanted 2,000 rands for you to be my boyfriend, and he says, cool, I'll pay you 2,000 rands as well. Now he has two girlfriends who he's paying rent for. You don't get to tell him that he can't buy slots in another. Now I'm saying, I'm trying not to cuss because I'm trying to get money. So Or can I cuss? I don't know. But you know what I'm saying, right? So you cannot want to be such a hypocrite in this world. Come on, girl. Come on. You know, like hypocrisy is just so, it's fun. I get it. I get it. Being a hypocrite is the best thing, you know, that we can do. I enjoy it. I enjoy being a hypocrite. I'm not standing here telling you that I'm higher than thou. I sound like I am, but that's where my hypocrisy comes, right? I'm not higher than thou, but I sound like I am. But if we want change, Basad, ladies, women, if we want change, we need to ease up on the hypocrisy when it comes to what we want from our male partners. All right? So throw hypocrisy out the window and let us just be fair. Just this once. Let's be just. Let's be logical. Let's say, okay, boo, listen, because we are not fiancéed and whatnot, guys, my wig is like showing me embarrassment. Because we are not fiancéed, and stuff, I don't need, your airtime, your money, and all of that stuff. And Luana, also don't call me to come and clean your house. No. All right? When we get married and stuff, yes, we'll do these things for each other. But for now, let's just jolla. Let's just enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Guys, let's be just. Don't be a hypocrite. You want the ring. Don't be a hypocrite. It's that simple. If you don't want to be married and you want to live your best life and you are comfortable, like, you're not tomorrow gonna come here to us and say, hey, single ladies, I'm old and girl, be all the hypocrite you need to be in that case. But if you want a long-lasting relationship, I suggest you don't be a hypocrite. Okay, number 4. We are not the same. Women and men are not the same. We are not the same. Aritwan, we are not the same. Não somos iguais. Ons ni dieselfde nie. Ons sê, we are not. Why? Why, Fernanndo? Why must you remind us that men and women are not the same? Yo, guys, I wrote a paragraph. And she can't see. She's standing here like from a distance, like, hey, you can see, I can't see. Let me see. Okay, so men have their own code of honor, right? They develop a code of honor that they live by and they stand by, right? So we need to decide what ours is. For example, a man will say, here's an example. This is what I've noticed. A lot of the, in my early life of adulthood, I'm like, oh my God, I need to be a better adult. And that's when you find Tony Robertson and all these motivational people and whatnot. And I said, I need to be a better adult. So I started doing the whole self-development and all of that. And one thing I realized is the men had very clear set rules, set of principles that they themselves had set for themselves and lived by. The first one that I tried to follow, to copy, was Tom Bilyeu from Impact Theory. And he says, every morning his alarm goes off and his rule every day is I'll get up out of bed in 10 minutes or less. I'll not stay in bed for more than 10 minutes after my alarm goes off. And that is his code of conduct. Like, that's how he lives. That's his life all the time. There's another guy I love a lot, Matt Diavella. His is, I can skip however many days of workout I want to skip in a week, but I'll never skip 2 consecutively. So if you want to skip 3 days of working out, you can, but you're not going to do Monday, Tuesday back to back. You're going to do Monday, skip Tuesday, Wednesday, So that is his code of conduct, right? We don't have that as ladies. We don't have this clear, or rather, no. Yeah, I guess. I just feel like we don't. And I'm not speaking this as like matter of fact, as like fact. I don't know if there's a study out there. I'm not the one that's going to go do studies. This is just what I think. But I don't think that we have that. We don't have these things of like, I will never do this. But I guess it's also a survival thing, right? Like, and if you find the ideal partner, the man that is suitable for you, that's going to carry you through this world, right? That you are going to live the rest of your life with. Women are more inclined to adapt to men's values, whether it's religious or however the partner thinks. And, women are more likely to fall in line with what their partner thinks versus the other way around. I'm not saying men are better than women in this sense, but this is something worth recognizing and worth mentioning, to say that if we could develop like a certain set of code, to an extent, that personal code that, like, in look, not necessarily for others, but for just the improvement of yourself. What do you want? What don't you want? How do you want it? How you don't want it? And all of that. I think we could ease ourselves a lot of pressure, a lot of tension on a woman needs to be a certain way. Whereas, nah, I need to be me. That's it, right? I guess it does sound a little bit contradictory to what I'm trying to or what I've pointed out there. But my point with this is, like, we are more likely to compromise our beliefs and our way of thinking in order for us to be in a relationship with someone. If you are aware of this likelihood, you are able to analyze and see, yes, okay, I am inclining more towards what my partner thinks and how he thinks. But where do I stand on this? Does this do me good? Do I feel good about it? Do I feel bad about it? And, and you're able to just analyze the situation, and that helps you decide, is he really the person for me? Do your values align in that sense, right? So we need to understand those differences in order to find our similarities, and men, unlike women, okay? Oh, I wrote a lot. I should stop writing so much. But unlike women, men also need to stand out amongst men. Men need to earn respect from other men before they earn respect from a woman. I feel like in terms of like being respected and being looked up to, for men matters more when another man says, yeah, I respect you for that, Women, I don't know, where do we stand, we just I don't know. Let me try and read. Let me actually read what I wrote here. So I said men need to be the best amongst other men in order to secure the best mate, right? Women need to stand out amongst other women for the same reason. Yes. So how can you stand out? By learning what your type wants. Don't assume that you are the prize. You want him. He is the prize. So what are you going to do to win him? What can you offer that other women can't offer him? All right. So what I was trying to say here is, okay, I get where my trail of thought was. You see, guys, like I said, I wasn't prepared. I just like came in. I started recording. Am I recording? I am. So it's more like when you are a woman, we compete with one another, right, in a pool of other women in order for us to get the ideal man, the man that we want. But also, are you your type's type? That's a very important question. I don't think women really understand that part. My type as a woman, right? You would say, not my type, but I'm just being snobby. So you'd be like, oh, my type is a 6-figure guy and he's handsome and he's got a six-pack and he's got, and he lives wherever and all that nonsense. That's your type, all right? But then you have to sit back and be like, all right, if that guy is my type, what is that guy's type? Okay, because he has so much money, he most likely wants like a hot girl, a girl who, I don't know what his type is. And then you go, am I that man's type? Do I look like the type of person that he would find to be his type? Possibly not. Do I bring to the table what his type brings to the table? Nah. So why are you trying to get the type that is not yours? And you get upset when your type does not want you. You are not your type's type. All right? So, you need to stand out amongst your type's type. You need to look at your type's type and be like, yo, that's his type. What can I do to beat her? It's a competition. And I'm about to say something contradictory to what I'm saying now. But reality is, we all want the best. Men want the best women. Women want the best men, right? It's a competition. It's a competition. So you gotta compete, girl. Don't relax and think that your books and your smarts and your inner beauty is going to get you that man. It's not, girl. It's not. Okay? If your type's type is a fit girl, is a skinny girl, what are you? Are you that? Are you not? Can you be that? Then be it. Because your type decided my type is that girl. What do I need to get that girl? He started working, he got up, and he became respectable amongst his fellow men. Now his type has eyes for him. Did you see? You didn't see. That is how you do this, guys. So you guys need to understand the differences between men and women. Don't tell yourselves things. Women, we like lying to ourselves. We like lying to ourselves, you know. We shouldn't. Don't lie. Don't lie. Be honest. Be honest to yourself. Now, number 5, I did preface above that I shall contradict myself. Women need to stop fighting other women. Now, women need to stop fighting with other women in situations where it has nothing to do with winning a man over. And when I'm saying fight for your man and it's a competition, I'm not saying fight with that side chick. Have class, please. You're better than that. Leave that side dish. You're a man. Move on. Okay? What I mean by women need to stop fighting each other. We are not always going to feel in love or... Oh, no. You know what she did? Oh, girl. I didn't erase my notes from last week. But anyway, stop fighting one another. Why do women need to stop fighting one another? We are very competitive in situations where we need to stand together. In situations where we need to be competitive, we don't compete. If you want a man, in a way, for example, right? This is not necessarily about how should you get a man. That's not my point of the episode. But if you want to secure your ideal partner, like I said before, you need to identify what your partner's or ideal partner's type is. Are you that? No. Can you become that? No. Find a partner that finds you his type. But if I say, girl, this and this and this opportunity came by and I thought of you, you need to full-heartedly mean it and help your sister out. I'm not necessarily into the whole sisterhood, brotherhood, fellowship, right? But I just find it so petty that women are always catty to one another in situations where we don't benefit anything other than, fight for a man. Fight. And when I say fight, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying fight your side chick. But what I mean is you can, if you need to lose weight, for example, lose weight because that's your man's type, ain't it? That's it. But if that man has a side chick, don't fight her. Worthless. Don't do that. You're better than that. You're better than that. And as you can hear in my tone, in the way that I'm progressing with this, I don't really have much to say about this. I don't have a lot to say because I just think that women need to stop this nonsense. Like, we need to really reevaluate how we look at each other and how we uplift one another. Okay? Can we please, guys, help one another all the time? And we want to say, man, equality. No. A man's world is a man's world for a man. What is the woman's world? We don't have a woman's world because we're constantly eating each other. We're constantly tearing each other down. What is a woman's world? What can you point to me and say this is that because the women came there? And today it's even better because back then, I mean, we had so many women's marches all across the globe over the years in order to get us a position of unity. What are we doing? Pointing each other, dragging each other. Look how ugly she is. Look how dark she is. Look how fat she is. Look how skinny she is. Why? No, girl. Come on, girls. Like, let's get our act together. I think we just need to stop. Like, we just need to really, really, really stop. It's all I can say on that one. All right? Don't pass your traumas on to younger girls. This is number 6. And guys, let me tell you something about this. Why I say this. Don't pass your traumas on to younger girls. When I was pregnant, it was probably like the last 2 months before I gave birth and stuff. You know, you hang around women and all that. I don't know what it is about this gender that likes to traumatize the neighbor, the female neighbor. It's like, why? Why? I heard the most horrific childbirth stories. Like, oh, when I was pregnant, they had to do this and this. I don't even want to do it because one of you might be expecting and I don't want to ruin it for you. But like, why must your trauma be mine? Can't you just be like, oh, wow, so nice, congrats, good luck, you know? And in your heart, that's when you keep the shit to yourself. You're like, but you don't voice it, you know? But on a larger scale, and the reason why I even wrote down this point is because from that moment on, I started paying attention to our female conversations. And I'm talking about salon talk, which is the best gossip. Oh, guys, salon gossip. Oh. Anyways, I miss it. But when a mom goes through something, they tell their daughter or they transmit their traumas, and usually romantic negative experiences. You know, this thing of telling your daughter, what am I doing? Oh, I thought I saw something. That's why I'm like, what am I doing? You tell your daughter about your heartbreak and how men are trash and all of that, and then your girl grows up and she only notices the type of man. What is that thing, that science thing, where like if you see a red car or if you want a red car, all you're going to do is see a red car? Like I was with my friend earlier in the year and she was pregnant and we went baby shopping, and like I've never seen so many pregnant women in my life. You know, it's probably because we're baby shopping, so you're going to go where all the pregnant ladies were. But when you put this in a girl's mind, or if you're to traumatize your boys or your kids or whatever, that's all they're gonna see. You know, like when they look at people, they're just gonna see the bad. They're just gonna see bad people. They're not gonna give good people the light of day, because you're transmitting your traumas onto this child. You're not even teaching them anything. You're just saying, girl, men are trash. Be careful with men. Men cheat. That's what men do. You're already implanting in her head to expect such behavior from her partner. And I think that's petty. I think that's bitter. I think that is selfish. Why? You are a mother. As a woman, you're an aunt, you're a mother, you're an older sister. Your job is to learn from your experiences. Do some self-analysis. Why did this shit happen to you? And what can your child do in order to avoid this? Teach her those tools. Without saying, I'm teaching you this so that a guy doesn't cheat on you. No, you teach her. This is how you handle a situation like this. This is what you do to avoid a situation like this. This is the type of guy you avoid to begin with. That is what you should be doing. Don't be traumatizing the kids, man, guys. Don't do that. Don't. I'm trying to find a wife for my son, and all I'm seeing is like trauma. Trauma, trauma, trauma. Trauma. Over it. You know? So please, can we not traumatize our children? Don't traumatize the girls. Be caring, be loving. You want the best for them. You want them to be successful in their relationship. So don't don't ruin it for them kids, man. Don't be a hater. And last, just as I got to last, my eyes are starting. Okay, there we go. You are not entitled to everything. You gotta earn something. Something, ladies. We spoke about our inherent value. We are born with a womb. We can give men babies. You can sell your eggs and make some money. You know, a female egg is worth more than sperm. FYI. I know it. If you're going to dispute me, then I apologize. You probably know better. But I'm sure that a female egg costs more money. It's worth more. You can sell your egg more than what your husband could sell, or your boyfriend, or whoever could sell a cup of sperm. Anyways, me digressing. You need to understand that in a man's world that we so want to be a part of, this is a world of takers, all right? Capitalism, which is what we want to benefit from so much, is a world of takers, all right? If you want to rise above the men in a man's world, you gotta take. Ruthlessly take. And earn your stripes. Is it strides? Stripes. Earn them, your spots. You must earn them. Because if you feel like you're entitled to things, you're not gonna get all the things that you want. But if you earn them, you're gonna work for all the things that you want and you're gonna get them. Simple. If I don't consistently upload like I, struggle to, there's a reason why certain things are not going to move the way that I would like to. I'm not entitled to have growth at a rapid pace. No. But if I work for it, if I earn it, it's going to be all the sweet. It's going to be all the better. And that is what we need to understand. You don't deserve girlfriend's allowance. You guys need to, y'all need to watch on Moja Love now. I don't know, they're in America where you guys are. Google Moja Love, MOJA Love. Single and Mingle is the name of the show. And I'm exposing my Africans. I'm sorry. But it's just a collective mindset. It's not even just my Africans, because even I see like in a lot of the Europeans and the American ladies' mindset. And I'm like, no. We are going down the drain. Because everybody feels entitled. I deserve a man that's going to give me all this money. I deserve a man that is whatever because I am this type of woman. Nah, girl. You need to earn something. So sometimes even the men that you want, you need to earn. You need to earn that type of man, all right? So don't stand and live your life with the hopes or with the delusion that you're worth it. You're not, unless you've earned it, unless you've made yourself worth whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you feel you're entitled to or whatever, right? So I'm going to wrap it up here. But before I wrap it up, let me summarize my points for you, okay, on why women need to change. Women need to change. I didn't even say why. I just said women need to change. Number one, women need to be more realistic about the world, okay? And under here, I spoke about understanding the inherent value of a woman and how it works, and the inherent value of a man and how it works. Number two, understand where we hold the cards. Women, where do we hold the cards? We decide what's attractive and what's not. It's that simple. Collectively, we don't always have a meeting, but you can see social media is a very, very telling space, Number three, stop being complacent. You need to be responsible for your choices and don't expect to have a tradition boyfriend when you wouldn't be a tradition girlfriend. All right? We are not the same as men. Okay, men develop a code of conduct, a code of honor that we seldomly compromise on, that they seldomly compromise on. We need to decide what ours is and question. Let me do this because I feel like I'm moving away from the microphone a lot. Okay. We need to decide what ours is and question how firm we stand by them. Okay. This is not to say that men are better, but different in their wiring as to secure the best mate they possibly can. Men need to be the best amongst other men in order to secure the best mate. Women need to stand out amongst other women for the same reason. So, how can you stand out? By learning what your type wants. Okay? Number 5, women need to stop fighting. Oh, I skipped here. It says, don't assume that you are the prize. You want him. He is the prize. So what are you going to do to win him? What can you offer that other women can't offer him? 5, stop fighting other women. All right. Number 6, don't pass your traumas on to young girls. Number 7, you're not entitled to everything. You're gonna earn some. Okay. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. My friends, thank you so much for tuning in. I would like you to please head on over to the iTunes and leave us a review and rate the show and let me know what you guys think and what you'd like me to talk about or dive into. And if you want to be a guest on the show, let me know, guys. This is like COVID has showed us that we actually don't need to be in the same space, same country or whatever. Let me know. We can hook up a Zoom call and we can just kiki, me and you, And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to share so that whoever you think will find the show interesting and useful can also benefit from it. So thank you so much. And for today's show, that is everything. And remember to always lead with kindness. The world is already full of shit. We don't need another piece of shit to make the world even worse for us. So thank you so much for tuning in, my friend. I love you. See you again next week. Bye-bye.